This is the Fitzy and Whipper with Kate Ritchie podcast.
Yeah, it was a very special moment because this man said we need to celebrate, and we said get in here and drink some champagne. Prime Minister Anthony Albanese, welcome. Recently engaged to the beautiful Jodie.
Yeah, thanks very much for the warm welcome. I've got to say, though, there's no champagne here.
No.
Just to be clear.
No.
It's got a bit of a... given recent incidents with pot plants, we're not drinking it this time of the morning.
No, and you can celebrate without champagne, am I
You
right?
can indeed, although we did have champagne, of course, on the night.
Albo, you haven't fallen over out the front of the Unity Town Hall in Balmain at any time, or no?
No. You would know about it because all your mates in Balmain would have filmed it. They would have walked past. They wouldn't have stopped.
They would have been all over it. How was the night after the celebration? Because I think it's always exciting once you do pop the question to be able to go, wow, this is actually happening. Let's live in the moment. What did you do after that?
It was fantastic. So we were by ourselves, obviously, at the lodge on a balcony which overlooks one of the side balconies, so it overlooks a whole lot of greenery, big trees, and so you could be somewhere in the bush. It's quite nice. So
private.
When things settled down, Jode said, well, I'm seeing my parents on the weekend, so I'll get to tell them then. And I said to her, darling, have a look at where you are. I don't think it's going to hold.
No.
It's held pretty well. I didn't tell anyone beforehand, so we FaceTimed her parents. Her mum and dad, Mr. and Mrs. Hayden, were up there on the coast, there, Central Coast. We woke them up, and they were wrapped.
Did you have to ask for permission? Even as the Prime Minister, did you need to put in a call?
No, I think Jodie, as a very strong feminist, would have objected to me asking her dad for permission. But I think that was a sure thing anyway, given when Jodie told her dad that we were going out. She was seeing someone, she'd met someone, and she told him who it was. His first response was, I've loved him longer than you.
So you knew you had permission.
They're good Labor people. Former teachers, public school teachers up there on the coast. Yeah,
you know what I was trying to work
wonderful
out?
People.
Has there ever been a child conceived in the lodge?
I don't know.
Don't know.
Don't know.
Good question.
But that isn't going to happen.
Right. I wasn't sure if you two were thinking maybe we could start a young family together. You and Jodie there? No, nothing.
Kirribilli House? Has there been one?
Any conceived kids in Kirribilli House?
I don't know.
There's been families live there
that's
with
true.
children, has there not?
Yeah, but I'm talking about...
I understand what you're doing, but I'm trying to
understand the
soften
act.
Probably
and be more
over-
respectful.
Probably over the year. Thanks, Kate. Someone's got to be.
No,
Around here.
I've got your back.
These boys, good on you, Kate.
Albo, a lot of people were saying, though, cheesy to do it on Valentine's Day. What was the reasoning behind the Valentine's Day?
Well, I did notice another broadcaster saying it was a suspicious day. For goodness sake, you got to work these things out. And what day do you ask? We'll never forget the date. That's one thing.
Well, that's true.
That's a good one.
And I just think, we've been seeing each other for 4 years, and it was time. Both of us want to spend the rest of our lives together. So what better day than Valentine's Day?
Well, when are you going to get married, and where would you do it? I mean, your mind must have run. Would you go back to Italy or something, a little village?
Since the proposal, I've been on the Central Coast, Newcastle, Nowra and Perth, where I got back last night. So we haven't actually had a chance to talk these things through, but we'll talk them through.
You give us a yell if we can help out, mate.
My diary is pretty full, I've got to say.
Got a meeting with Dalton House.
But
we'll work out a time and a place between us.
What about the cricket match this year? We could kind of you could have a nice ceremony in the morning, and then we could have a game of the cricket and a bit of a reception after.
How romantic. Brett Lee coming in off the long run with the wedding ring.
Yes. Oh, you have thought about it. You lied to us. Right, that's a good idea.
That's not going to happen at the cricket game.
Okay.
It is.
Don't push it too much.
You do have some new tax cuts. The other thing I wanted to ask you about, Albo, as well, it's a bit alarming at the moment with a lot of these music festivals, and I know you are funding a lot of the arts at the moment, but it's scary. Groove in the Mood just got cancelled, and a lot of people are worried about these festivals and if there is a future. You know, coming out of the pandemic, the music industry got absolutely decimated, Albo, and unfortunately now they're hearing that some of these festivals are getting cancelled as well. There's a lot of people worried.
Well, the pity about Groove in the Moo is that it's held in regional areas, in Maitland and Canberra and places that don't get access to the sort of artists. I know that Alice in Wonderland was headlining Groove in the Moo, and I think King Stingray were playing as well. Who are
I love King Stingray.
One of my faves. Yeah. Amazing. My favourite album of last year was King Stingray. But so it is a real pity. I was in Newcastle on the weekend, and they were really disappointed. There were all the surfers there. They had a big surf carnival, and it got raised with me spontaneously by a few people. Have you heard about Groove in the Mood being cancelled? Right. Can you do anything about it? So, look, we're providing support for the music industry. We think it's really important. It's also a way of projecting Australia to the world. I mean, bands like In Excess and Midnight Oil and Cold Chisel and others have broadcasts, have big fan bases internationally, and it's a way of showcasing that. I gave the King Stingray album to Dave Grohl from the Foo Fighters.
Did you?
He gave me an album, so I gave him that one back.
Great. What was his reaction, Albo?
Well, I don't know, because I gave it to him. He didn't play it at the time. He went on stage.
Yeah, sure.
Of course.
But how could you not like it?
Oh, yeah.
And it is a way of showing so much of Australian music is unique. And it showcases when you listen to a band like King Stingray or Oils or other bands, you feel that they're Australian. They couldn't come from anywhere else.
It's not just about kind of projecting to the world, is it? It's about what music does for you.
Absolutely.
And getting people together as a community and some kind of outlet. Like, it just ticks so many boxes.
And I've got to say, my son, who's 23, is a very big fan of going to the music festivals, and he was at Laneway recently and various things. So it's a great way as well for an old bloke like me to keep in touch with the latest music, because he'll say, this is who I saw, and you'll look it up and listen to it. So
Prime Minister, can I ask, in terms of, you talk about Dave Grohl, but, you know, when, say, the Royals are here, obviously there's a meet and greet and you'd spend some time with them because it's, you know, the colony that we are. But when you look at artists that come to town, how does that interaction happen? Do you, like Taylor's in town now, would you put in an invitation to an event for her to come along to meet? Or, you know, how do those catch-ups happen?
Well, the Dave Grohl one happened from Foo Fighters, because their management got in touch with us, and I ended up having a chat with him. He was feeding the homeless, which is one of the things that he does down there in Melbourne at Fed Square. He brings across a barbecue cooker that does meat in that very American style that they do, and feeds people who wouldn't have a clue who's coming up. It's just one of the things he does to give back to the community. It's something he does in California, and he did it here.
Oh, great.
And we had a chat on the phone, and then he said, we'll catch up. So we did catch up for a beer before the gig, but that's not usual.
That's not how it normally happens.
No, but I do like music. I go back away. I got to see Nirvana at the first big day out a long time ago. That's how old I am.
Imagine having Albo on your shoulders at Hordern Pavilion watching Nirvana. Now that is a moment in time. Wibber was just talking about Taylor Swift. She's in town. We've heard that you're a bit of a fan. You're a huge fan. 3.5 hours. That's a good effort. That's a long gig, Albo.
It is. It is a huge effort. That's like Springsteen level of length of gig. So
it is. Well, we've been giving away tickets all week, Albo, and the reactions that we've been getting from people to get tickets to these. There's mothers, fathers, kids to get tickets. Can you help us out here if we gave away a couple of tickets? Can you make the call for us, Prime Minister?
Mate, you're asking a politician, do they want to make someone exceptionally happy? The answer,
That's the job.
The answer, my friend, is yes.
Welcome to the Eras Tour. Baby, now we got bad blood. That's what people say.
The Grammy goes to Taylor Swift.
Thank you. I love you. Thank you.
Kate Ritchie's This is Unreal. Sweet Seats. Nova 96.9.
I'm nervous. I'm very, very nervous. The Prime Minister is in the studio, and at this time each day, Prime Minister, we make a phone call that changes somebody's life.
I
Normally,
know.
Kate Ritchie surprises them with this wonderful news, but it's your job today.
I know, and sorry, Prime Minister, not that I want to doubt you at all, but it's a very big job giving
is
out
a big
these
job.
Taylor Swift tickets. Are you sure you're up to it?
Well, we'll see how it goes. But I reckon I have to do some difficult tasks.
Oh, okay. You've done a few before.
This won't be at the top of them. This will be, you announce tax cuts as we did.
Yes.
I thought it'd go well, giving everyone a tax cut, but you always get the initial blowback from any big announcement. I reckon there'll be no blowback.
Oh, not at all. There'll be a very happy person on the line, whoever it...
Okay, so the Prime Minister got the details of the call we're about to make. Okay, good luck, everybody.
put the number in.
Albo, you've got this, mate.
Hello, Talia speaking.
G'day, Talia. This is Prime Minister Anthony Albanese. How are you?
Good, thank you. And yourself?
I'm very well. I'm sitting here in the studio with Fitzy and Whipper and Kate on Nova, and I'm calling to give you the news, which I reckon is pretty good news, that you have won tickets to Kate's Sweet Seats. You're off to Taylor Swift.
You've got them,
Talia. Talia, what are you crying about? That you got the Prime Minister on the line or the tickets?
A bit of both.
How old are you, Talia?
I'm 21. I turned 22 this weekend during the concert.
Oh, what a birthday present.
How good is that?
Fantastic. How long
Talia-
have you been trying to get the tickets for?
Like crazy. I've spent probably 50 hours just watching Ticketek go round and round, and then add on top Ticketek Marketplace. So thank you so much.
Oh, good on you, Talia. I've got to say that productivity in my office, and I think right around the country, just went down to zero when the tickets were available. I went in the office. Everyone's just on their phones, on computers. No one was doing any work.
No.
Barnaby was on the ground.
Oh, hang on.
he was trying to get tickets.
Hang on a minute.
That might have been the call he was making.
He was swearing at Ticketmaster.
Oh, congratulations, Talia. What a treat. And only a few days to get organised. Had you already pre-planned an outfit? Have you made your bracelets?
Oh, yes. I've been hoping to get some sort of ticket, so thank you so much.
Oh, that's great news, Talia. And you'll be driving up from the coast. You live in
I
a
will be.
beautiful part of the world.
Good
Lucky
fishing.
you.
Yeah, very lucky. Who are you going to bring with you?
I'm going to try to organise to drag my boyfriend with me.
All right.
I reckon he'll be pretty keen. I don't think it'll be dragging. A birthday at Tay-Tay.
Yeah, it's not bad, is it?
Well,
Well done, Talia.
There's whispers that you're going as well, Prime Minister. Have you sorted your outfit yet? A couple of friendship bracelets, or what have you got?
I'm heading there on Friday. Yeah,
So
I'm
who
really
do you
looking
go,
forward
Who do you
to
go
it.
along with?
Oh, I go along with,
Jodie?
where I go everywhere with a lot of my friends these days. I don't get to go anywhere by myself
Right, so
these
you're not in a
days.
box with Taylor's dad or anything like that? The
no.
VIP section, I would have thought.
No.
She might call you up for a hug like she does with someone each concert.
Imagine if you get the hat.
Get the hat.
The hat?
Yeah.
No, I don't think that's going to happen, but I am very much looking forward to it.
That'd be awesome.
I'm I'm a Swiftie.
Yeah.
It'll be great.
Tommy, have you got any friendship bracelets?
I've got one.
for
Should I
the
give you one of
Could you give
mine?
Albo a friendship
Yeah,
bracelet?
go on.
What
Give
have you got?
Albo one
Yeah.
now.
Here
on.
we go.
Would you want
Pass one
invisible
over.
string or number 13?
Oh, I think invisible string.
Oh, no, it's one of my... I'm not
You're going to have to hand it over.
Go
She's
on,
handing
well-
it over. This is
All right, there you go. You've got
live.
Oh, wow. Now that's
look at
cute.
that.
How
He
good's
said,
that?
he said yes.
Friendship bracelet.
There's a bin
Jodie,
outside
if
the
you're
door.
listening, it's okay. It's just a friendship bracelet. It's all cool.
Albo,
Enjoy the show, mate.
Thank you very much for coming in, mate. We know how busy you are. Enjoy and thanks again.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you.
Fits in Whipper with Kate Ritchie is a Nova podcast. For more great shows like this, download the Nova Player via the App Store or Google Play.
The Nova Player.